This is not a clickbait. This is my last alcoholic drink. I want to thank you all guys for watching my videos, even though I was drinking alcohol. You could have stopped taking me seriously because I was drinking alcohol. You could have felt like, hey, this guy is just drunk. Why should I take what he's saying seriously if he's drunk? But you guys kept on watching my videos. I really appreciate that. I always knew that I was gonna quit alcohol one day, but I didn't really know when. And I didn't want to put pressure on myself. If I decided that, hey, I'm gonna quit alcohol on September 19th, I would have put pressure on myself. I knew that I would know when it's time for me to quit alcohol. And it's time. Some of y'all might be asking yourselves, well, if it's time, why do you have to announce that? Like, why do you have to tell us that you're quitting alcohol? And it's a very good question. I think every good story has a good ending. I've always been obsessed with the idea of a perfect ending. Like, I don't want things to just end. I want things to end perfectly. I want my relationships to end perfectly. I don't care how toxic they were. I want to have real communications with the people that I I was dating. Reflect on the like the people who have dated me know that when the relationship ends, I'll be like, hey, let's go out. Let's go out. I want us to have a conversation. Some of them would be like, no, because they'll think that I'm trying to like girls who maybe mad at me because of something. They'll be like, maybe he's trying to apologize. Like, no, I'm not trying to apologize. I want a good ending. I want to sit down with you and have a good conversation. Tell you what I think you did wrong, and allow you to tell me what you think I did wrong, without me defending myself and without you defending yourself. And then hearing your side of the story, and you also hearing my side of the story, and me telling you what I think is great about you and what I think you should work on, and you telling me what you think is great about me and what you think I should be working on. Like, I think that's a good ending, because just because people fell in love at some point doesn't mean that they should be together forever. Some people will teach each other a lot in a very short space of time. You might meet someone after learning what you have learned from the experience that you had with that person, and you have like a really long relationship with that person, but it doesn't mean that that person wasn't great, and it doesn't mean that that person didn't teach you what you needed to learn, or that they are bad, that's why your relationship didn't last. Like, no, there's always something to learn. There's always something to learn. So I've always been obsessed with the idea of like a perfect ending. That's why Atlanta is my favorite TV show of all time. It was my second favorite until the ending, until the last episode. I was like, damn, that's the perfect ending. You know, if you've watched Atlanta, you'd understand what I'm talking about. Like they had a perfect ending. So yeah, I've been drinking alcohol for a very long time, and there are good things that happen because I drank alcohol. I was drinking alcohol, and there are bad things that happen because I was drinking alcohol. You know, I have nothing against alcohol. I know that alcohol gets a bad rap. People, especially people who, especially from people who were addicted to alcohol. You know, but I'm not against alcohol at all. It's just that I want to make a positive change in my life, and I don't think there's still a room for alcohol. That's why. I've received a lot of messages from people who were asking me, "Hey, how do I get rid of like my addiction?" I think you get rid of your addictions by finding a replacement. So I'm finding a replacement for alcohol, and that is why I'm quitting alcohol. It's not because I think alcohol is bad. It's not because I think I'm better now because I'm not drinking alcohol. It's just that I wanna make change in my life, and I don't think there's still room for alcohol. Like I think you can make a positive change in your life even if you drink alcohol. You know, I just don't think that the change that I want to make in my life will still like allow me to drink alcohol. So yeah, that's why making this video. I think it's hard for a lot of people to quit alcohol because there isn't much to do in this world. But once you become an adult, there isn't much to do. Like, what do you do? When we were young, like we had a lot to do. You know, we were creative. We knew how to have fun. We knew how to enjoy ourselves. But as you get older, you are being trained to neglect your playfulness. You're becoming an adult now. You gotta be serious. You gotta have a job. You gotta get married, have kids. So you gotta be serious. But human beings never really grow up. Like they're not real grown-ups. We still wanna have fun. So if we're unable to have fun, of course we're gonna drink. I remember yesterday I came across a video of this other lady on TikTok. She was saying people never really grow up. They just learn how to behave in public. I laugh because that's true. Like people never really grow up. They just learn how to behave in public. We've been told that we must behave a certain way, so we're like, hey, yeah, I'm a grown up now because I know how to behave in public. Like, nah, human beings want to have fun, bruh. Human beings want to enjoy themselves. They don't want to be stressing, because it seems like becoming an adult is just you stressing about things. So, of course, you're not going to feel good. That's why people become addicted to alcohol. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with alcohol, but I think there's something wrong with how we have been programmed to live our lives, and that's why we get easily addicted to alcohol. If we were truly having fun, we wouldn't get addicted to alcohol. We'll drink sometimes. We'll decide that, hey, let's drink. Why not? Because it's not like you're gonna die when you're drunk. So we'll decide that, hey, let's drink sometimes. Let's have that kind of fun sometimes. But it does get to a point where people are just drinking every day because there's nothing going on in their lives. They just wake up in the morning and go to work, come back home tired, and they stressed a lot at work because they don't love their jobs. Get home, they're married to a woman who doesn't love them because they weren't trained very well as men to be able to recognize if a woman lies, because that's really important too. I see a lot of men making that mistake, like marrying a woman that does not love them. Like, nah, man, pay attention to everything. You don't want to suffer and not be in a fulfilling relationship because you chose someone who didn't really love you. Not every woman in this world is going to love you. That's the truth, right? And it's not their fault. It's just like people are different. Not every woman is going to love you. So you have to pick the woman that's going to love you. That you see that this woman, I do understand that love doesn't really last, but if you chose a person that actually loves you, chances are they will still appreciate you even if they don't like have those feelings, because we've been programmed to love the people that we love forever. Nature is cruel. Nature doesn't give a damn about our happiness, because it will be beautiful that if you fall in love with someone, you just love them forever. But it doesn't work that way. That is why the divorce rate is rising every year. Like it's normal now to divorce a person that you said you loved, and you will never leave them no matter what. Like, it's normal. Like, people are not even surprised anymore, because that's what's like really normal. That's how this world works. So yeah, try to choose the right people in your life, and you will not regret anything if you chose the right people. Even if they leave you, be like, hey, I wasn't an idiot, like this person, this person did love me. There's some people that I don't regret loving, because I was like, yeah, I was loved, but things do happen. Things do happen. We live in a world that doesn't seem to care about our happiness as people. So yeah, things happen. You having to work from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. tells you something about where you live, and only getting minimum wage. We don't live in a world that cares about our happiness. If you're lucky enough, yeah, maybe things will be well for you and you will experience happiness, but it's not like that for many people. It's not about your happiness. It's about this matrix. It's about the survival of this matrix, and for this matrix to survive, you ain't really gotta be happy. You ain't really gotta be free. People who are free tend to value their freedom. right? Like if you've never been free, you never value freedom because you don't even have that. Like you can't, because you can't really have it. It's like you've never been in a position in your life where you can like make the choices that you want to make, right? Let's say you've never had money in your life. That means you've never really been free. So if you find yourself in a situation where you have to work a shitty job or be homeless, you'd have to work a shitty job, right? Seems like that's better. But if you have been free your whole life, if you had money your whole life, if you find yourself in a position where you have to work a shitty job or just continue to live your life, you'll be like, nah, I don't care, because it's not like I'm gonna end up homeless. This is not the world that we had in mind when we were little. We didn't think things are gonna become like this. I couldn't have imagined that things were gonna become like this, like at all. I couldn't have imagined that things were gonna become like this. But what is happening in this world is not good, and a lot of people are unable to cope. We wouldn't be drinking every weekend. Alcohol keeps the economy flowing. Like if they weren't selling alcohol in South Africa, I don't even know what people would do with their money. Ever been in a tavern? Like if you live in South Africa, like people buy, like there's always a queue, bruh. People be buying alcohol. Because there isn't much to do. Like we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do as people. So if you wanna quit alcohol, man, try to focus on something that won't allow a room for alcohol in your life. Right? Try to focus on something that is not going to allow room for alcohol in your life. You will be able to quit. Even if it's not alcohol that you're addicted to, no matter what you're addicted to, try to find to do something that won't allow a room for what you're addicted to, and you should be able to quit. Because being addicted to something isn't a good thing. It means you become powerless, right? It gets to a point where you don't want to do what you're addicted to doing, but you can't stop doing it. And that is not good. You don't want to be that powerless. You want to be able to say, hey, today I'm not going to drink alcohol and not drink alcohol. You want to be able to say, hey, today I'm not going to play a video game and not play a video game, right? You want to be able to say, hey, today I'm not going to be jacking off and not jag off, right? Like you want to have that kind of power. You want to be able to say, hey, today I don't want to gamble and not gamble. If you decide that you're going to gamble, you gamble because you decided to gamble, not because you're addicted to gambling, but because you just want to gamble. Because there's a difference between wanting to do something and being addicted to it. So try your best to find a replacement, right? Like if you're addicted to something, try your best to find a replacement, a positive replacement. If you are addicted to alcohol, you can say, okay, you know what, let me get a gym membership, and I'm gonna go to gym every morning and every night, and be addicted to that. I mean, the it's mostly men who become addicted to alcohol, right? So as a man, of course, you know, you would feel better, and you'd everything would be better in your life if you work out. You know that. I mean, even as a, like, if you're a woman, you'd feel better. But men, like, they do gain a lot from working out. So you can decide that, hey man, let me quit drinking alcohol. I'm gonna get a gym membership and start working out. The time that I'll spend drinking, I'll spend the time working out. You know, I'll feel better. You know, I'll be able to think the way that I want to think. You know, I'll be able to think more clearly. I'll be healthier, and my life will improve. You know, because if you look better, of course, people are gonna treat you better. That's the truth. You know, because people are superficial like that. So that's another way to, you know, get rid of your addictions, to find something positive that, you know, that will replace that addiction, than to just decide like, oh, I'm gonna quit doing this, and not even have a replacement. Like, that's not gonna work, and you will hate yourself every time you decide that, hey, I'm gonna quit doing something, and fail to quit doing it. You're gonna hate yourself. But if you decide that, hey man, I'm gonna quit doing this, and be able to quit, you know, you will be proud of yourself, because in the end you need to take your power back. Just like I've been telling y'all that you, it's important that you are able to take your power back. You know, the more powerless you are, the easier it is for you to give in to things that keep you energetically tied to this realm, and you don't want to be energetically tied to this realm. You know, the work that we need to be doing is the work that's going to allow us to, you know, be detached from this realm. If you are addicted to jacking off, for an example, go out and approach women. I'm serious. It doesn't matter if they're rejecting you, it's fine. Make that your habit. You can decide. You're like, you know what, I'm just gonna be approaching. It is what it is. That will be good for you. It will become your new addiction. You know, it will even get to a point where you realize that it's rejection is nothing, because some people are so afraid of being rejected. You know, that's the thing. Some people are so afraid of being rejected. But if you know, you keep on approaching, you realize that, hey, sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose, and it will get to a point where you're just having fun. So yeah, do that. It's not about winning. You know, you shouldn't care that much about results. Finding your addiction, it's not you don't have to take my advice and you know, approach women if you're addicted to jacking off. You can do something else, whatever you want to do, but find something else to replace that, and you'll be fine. You know, if you are addicted to gambling, maybe play soccer. You know, because it kind of like make you feel the way that you feel when you're gambling. So you're not really gambling, because you don't know if your team is gonna win, but it kind of feels like that, like it gives you the same feeling. So you can play soccer, you know, or snooker, like whatever. You know, you gamble playing snooker, it's fine, because you're not gonna be, you know, gambling with a lot of money. You know, unless you're too damn addicted to gambling with a lot of money. But you can just play snooker with other people, and you'll be fine. Whatever. Play games, you know, buy a PlayStation. Some people have never like played a game before, like on a computer or PlayStation. So they don't know what it's like. You know, you might actually love it. So yeah, try to find a replacement. Don't be stuck on one idea. Like in this realm, there's so many things that you can do. Just because you have discovered something first doesn't mean that it's the best thing that you can be doing. So I do think that it's possible to get rid of addiction. There are things that I used to be addicted to that I'm no longer addicted to. And I think it is good to be able to get rid of addiction so that you will evolve, right? I think it's harder to evolve when you're addicted to some things, right? It's harder to see things more clearly when you're still addicted to some things. So it's much better that if you feel like you want to be addicted to something, then at least be addicted to something that is bringing positive change in your life. People should complain that, hey, you're working so hard, you're making so much money. Yeah, that's good, right? That's not bad. You save that money that you make, and after you retire, you have enough money to maybe start your own business so that you'll be free, because that's really, really important. But try to be addicted to something that's going to bring something positive in your life. So yeah, I want to make a positive change in my life. I think I really did drink a lot and this year, and yeah, it was part of the plan. It was part of the plan. I wanted to drink alcohol until I hate it, until I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Like I'm not, like I no longer want to feel drunk anymore. Like I no longer want to benefit anything from alcohol. Plus, you spend a lot of money, man, when you drink a lot. You really do spend a lot of money that you wouldn't even be spending. It's not like alcohol is food, right? You just decided I'm gonna drink. You spend money that you wouldn't spend in a month, So yeah, it's a positive change, but also health, bro. Like there's this other day something happened, and I still don't know what was really happening. I was drinking alcohol and I decided to go to the bathroom, and then I felt like I wanted to speed, and after speeding there was blood. I was like, what's going on? I wasn't feeling pain, but I was like, this is blood. What's going on? That was like 2 weeks back. Like I think that was like 2 weeks back. I do think that drinking a lot can also like affect your health in a negative way. So I think I think it's good to to like make a positive change. You guys will see what I'll be doing next. You know. Plus, I also want to inspire people. I also want to inspire people to try their best to be powerful enough to resist some things, resist temptation. Because if you're unable to resist temptation, hey, this reality is gonna play with you, bro. I've been telling y'all that we're in a hell realm. So this reality is gonna be like, oh yeah, this person is addicted to this person is addicted to that, and it's gonna continue to play with you because you are weak, right? Like when you're addicted to something, that makes you weak. So this reality is gonna use that to be able to control you, and you don't want that. You wanna be free. So guys, this is it. This was my last alcoholic drink. I find a brand new addiction. Thank you all guys.